Hey guys, welcome to Maths Cube. Today I'll be going through the ninth question and the final one from International Advanced Level Pure Mathematics P1 of Jan 2021. So without further ado, let's get moving. I part is find integral of 3x plus 2 to the power square upon 4 root x dx where x is greater than 0, giving your answer in simplest form, and that's a 5 marks. So the first or the very early marks from these 5 marks are by simplifying this whole function into a function that can be integrated. So if you can see, this is possibly a very complicated function to be integrated at first. So what I'll do is I'll just expand the bracket and I'll just write it in the x form, which can be the power rule. So what I'll do first is I'll just expand the bracket, and after expanding the bracket I'll be getting 9x squared plus 12x plus 4, and that's all over 4 root x. Now if you if you notice that I have powers in terms of powers x squared, that's second polynomial, second degree polynomial, 12x first one, and that's 4 left, the normal number, and in the denominator I have a root of x. So that doesn't quite makes it good conjecture to divide it. So what I'll do is I'll just write root of x in terms of power. So if you have studied your indices law, root of x or any function that's root a, it can be also written as x to the power a half. There you go. So what I'll do is I just plug it here. There you go. Now I have 4x to the power half, everything in the power. And now what I'll do is I'll just separate each term by 4, or I'll divide them by 4 so that doesn't get confusing. So 9 upon 4 will already be a fraction. 9 divided by 4 will be remaining the same, whereas x squared divided by x to the power half. If we talk about powers, then powers are being divided, they are being subtracted. In easy words, 2 minus half will be 1.5, or in fraction form you can say 3 over 2. So our final product will be moving on to the second function, that is 12x upon 4x to the power half. Now 12 can be divided by 4 and that will give us 3, and as I said that the powers being divided are being subtracted, so we have one power here, that's x to the power 1. So 1 minus a half, they will give us, and the last function which is 4 divided by 4x to the power half. Now 4 divided by 4 will give us 1, and there is no power here to the power 4 here, so there is no power here. So what I'll do is this x you see here will move upside, and its power will change the sign of it, so that will become x to the power minus half. So I'll write it as x to the power minus half. Now this function is being clearly in the simplest form. Now we will start to integrate it. So to integrate, what we do is we add 1 to the power and divide that power with the function here given. So there you go. Adding 1 to the power, that gives us 5 over 2, and dividing that with the function 9 over 4 gives us 9 over 10. Now moving on to the second one. So adding 1 to the power by half will give us 3 over 2, and dividing 3 over 2 by 3 will give us a value of 2. And now moving on to the third and the last function, adding 1 here will give us a positive half, and we have 1 here. Originally we have a 1 here, we don't write it, but when we divide half by 1 we get 2, so that's 2x to the power half. And always remember guys, just add a constant after integrating, and now the integral sign will vanish off because we have integrated our function. That's our final function there. 9 over 10 x to the power 5 over 2 plus 2x to the power 3 over 2 plus 2x to the power half plus 3. Our first part done. Moving on to the second part.